All right. So, right. So the first thing we are going to do is the skeletal system. So we're going to be continuing, is a continuation from last class. And the last class we learned the bones of the body. And today we're going to be continuing with types of bones, the classification of bones, and the structure of a long bone. So first off, there are different types of bones in the body. The first type of bone we'll be dealing
Mm.
with is spongy bone. As you can see, the spongy bone is a very porous type of bone, and it is found in places where more flexibility is required. It is usually located at the end of long bones, and it could also be found inside of your vertebrae, your ribs, and your skull. And the next type of bones are compact bones, and these are more dense as opposed to the spongy bones, and it makes up 80% of the human skeleton. Compact bone usually forms a shell around spongy bones and is found where more strength and rigidness is needed. So that is it for spongy bones and compact bones. Next, we are going to be dealing with different way we classify bones. Now, we classify bones based on the shape. So, we're going to be dealing with long bones, short bones, flat bones, irregular bones, and sesamoid bones. Now, long bones,
Sesamoid.
long
No, continue.
is more cylindrical in shape, meaning that is longer than it is wider. And some examples of long bones are the humerus of your leg, the humerus of your arm, sorry, and the femur of your leg. And short is more cube-like in shape, meaning that it has the approximate same length, width, and thickness. And some examples of those would be your carpals of your hand and your tarsals. Um, Flat bones is typically thin, and it is also often curved. And some examples of those are the bones of your skull and your sternum. Irregular bones is one that doesn't easily fit into the categories because it doesn't really shape, it's not really long, it's not short, it's not flat. So it doesn't fit into any of those categories. And some example of that would be the bones in your face and the bones of your spine. Last but not least is the sesamoid bones, and these are bones that are wrong and it's covered by a tendon. And we only have one example of that, and that is in your knee, your patella. Any questions so far?
No.
So you're understanding everything.
Yeah.
Okay. And moving on. Okay. Sorry. Right. So now that we know what are long bones, what are short bones, what are flat bones, and what are irregular bones, I'll give you 2 minutes to think of some functions that these bones would provide in your body. Now that you know what it is and where it's found, you have 3 minutes. Yeah.
Some of the functions it was provide. Mm.
Put it on my time.
Huh?
I put it on my timer. I have 3 minutes.
So I answer now?
No, you can take your time, write it down if you have to.
Lord Father.
Or
Short.
rather, just talk it out now.
All right. So long bones. Well, long
Yeah.
bones. I would say to withstand pressure, like um, yeah, like so. Is your tibia, your femur, right? So like for jumping and thing, those bones would withstand the most pressure. So that's why I say pressure. Also to carry your body weight,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Short bones. Hmm. What to say for that way? Because all bones are there for protection, right? Um, so yeah, I would say that for that.
Okay.
Flat bones. What to say for flat bones? God, Father. What else? What else? That's all I think so far.
Okay. So, long bones, they serve as levers to produce movement, and that's really the purpose of long bones. Short bones, they provide like stability and support, or flat bones have a more protective function since they are found in your skull and like your ribs and stuff. Irregular bones, they also protect, and your sesamoid bones is for flexibility and movement.
All right.
So,
So long as some movement will leave us.
yes,
Short is for flexibility or
stability and support.
flexibility and support. Flat is
Stability,
protection.
stability.
Flat?
Short is for stability.
Yeah, well, yeah. Short for stability and right. Flat is for protection.
Yeah,
Also irregular bones.
yes,
And the sesamoid also for flexibility
and
or movement and movement.
yes. Okay, so the next thing that we will be doing is to structure of a long bone. Like the long bone, like it is consists of a lot of stuff, but we'll be mainly dealing with your epiphysis, your metaphysis, your diaphysis, the medullary cavity, and yellow bone marrow. Right? So
Mm-hmm.
we have two epiphyses, both proximal and distal, meaning the beginning and the end of the bone. And it is consists of spongy bone. Your metaphysis is the small portion that joins your epiphysis to your diaphysis. And this is where growth takes place when you're growing as a child into adult. Your diaphysis is the long shaft of the compact of the bone, and it is compact. And inside of that, you would find your medullary cavity. Your medullary cavity contains yellow bone marrow, and yellow bone marrow is responsible for storing. Okay, understood?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right. So we have another activity, right? So using the chart that is provided, you would need to label the structure of a long bone, right? I'm giving you 3 minutes just now. Now, I know you're watching the chart and you're seeing that there are way more places than there are words, but if it is you was paying attention before, you would know where your epiphysis is, where your metaphysis is, where your diaphysis is, where your medullary cavity is, and where your bone marrow is. So, um, using the numbers, because yeah, obviously can't write at the moment. So using the numbers, tell me where your epiphysis, metaphysis, diaphysis, medullary cavity, and yellow bone marrow is.
So yeah, epiphysis,
Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
That would be, I think that is 5 at the bottom there.
Right.
5 and 1,
Okay.
well, in that area.
Yeah.
Um, metaphysis,
Mm-hmm.
that will be, I don't, or is it number one, not 101? Side of 1,
Mm.
between that area there, right, well, that is 2, right, 2. Well, inside that is the spongy bones. Spongy bone, that'll be 7, 6, so it is. Yeah, diaphysis.
Mm-hmm.
That will be very good. Boom. That'll be 3.
Right.
Yes. Yeah, I think that's 3 I see in there. Right. Um, Mendoloid. What?
Medullary.
The cavity.
Yes.
Medullary cavity. That will be seeing that's 12.
Yeah.
12 or yeah, right. And a yellow bone marrow. I think and that is 23 at the bottom, if I see it properly.
No.
That is not 23.
No. Right underneath the 12?
Yeah, right on that 12.
Under 12 will be 13. Come on.
No, but I'm not seeing 13 there. But right on that 12, yes.
Right, it's 13. Right?
And it even had 23. All right, yeah.
Okay, so last thing we do is a little, let me say, a little recap of everything that was taught to see if you understood everything was taught, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take off my screen share, and you would need to tell me, right, what are the different types of bone in the body?
So it have irregular,
Oh,
flat.
I know you would mix them up. That is the different ways that we classify bones based on shape, but that is not the
All
type
right.
of bone
So
in our body,
it have
right?
spongy and compact bones.
Right. And
Yeah.
tell me something about spongy bones.
Um, like the function or
Yeah,
like the function.
yeah.
Um, so spongy bones help with what to say, not compact. Um, hmm. So compact bones help with well, I say structure or help
Okay, so I guess we need to
help.
go over this again, right? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
bones
yeah.
are porous bones and are found in regions where flexibility is required. It is usually
That
located
is so.
at the end of long bones.
That is spongy bones.
That is spongy bones. Next is,
So they're usually located at the end of long bones.
yes, and we saw that when we was doing the structure of the long bone, we saw that the spongy bone made up the epiphysis, which is the end of the bone, both ends, and
Hmm.
the metaphysis where growth take place. Did we not see that?
Yeah,
Right. Compact bones is more dense and it makes up 80% of the human skeleton. And we saw that it is the shaft of the bone or the diaphysis of the bone. And we know that it is found in regions where more rigidness is needed. So
yeah,
I'm clear on that.
yeah. We're a little more clear.
Okay. So let's deal with classification of bones now.
That'll be irregular,
Yes.
um, long, short,
All right.
sesamoid,
Yes, that's mine.
right? Sesamoid and flat bones.
Yes. So tell me, why are long bones classified as long bones?
Because they are used as levers
That is
Well,
the
thing
function
as a function, yeah.
of bone, and that is not why we classify them as long bones.
Okay. Um,
Okay, a long bone is classified as a long bone because it is longer than it is wider. So we classify them as long,
long bone.
right?
Right, makes sense. Makes sense.
Short bones are called short bones because they have the same length and width. So it have more of a square shape appearance. And that's why we classify them as short.
Mm.
Irregular bones doesn't fit into the category of long or short, so they are irregular, right?
Mm-hmm.
And sesamoid
Yeah.
is covered by a tendon. And we have one example of that, and that is
Tendons, yeah.
what is the
In the
one
patella, well, in the
example of
well,
his
patella.
right? Okay, so what are some examples of a long bone? We discussed this.
Your femur, your tibia, yeah,
Okay,
your humerus.
what are some examples of short bones?
Mm, your, what's it called again? Your vertebrae, well, vertebra.
So that would be your carpal
Irregular.
bones. No, we are talking about short bones here.
Oh, all right. Um, well, yeah, your tarsals and the metatarsals and those kind of things.
Okay. Now let's do irregular since you're no irregular.
Right, so your vertebra, um, your spine, well, clavicle, right? This kind of thing.
Okay. And what are the main parts when labeling the structure of a long bone?
Have your, these words very funny. Um, what's called that? We have two met metaphysis,
That is true. You have two
right,
metaphysis.
right. That's on top, well, at the beginning, bottom of the bone, right. Um, names. Then your diaphysis, right. You have your um, dia. What's the next one? I can't remember the next one. And I hear you.
All right. So we'll have to go through this again one more time. Your epiphysis is found at both the beginning and the end of your bone, right?
Mm.
And it consists of spongy bones, right?
Yeah.
And your metaphysis is a small portion between your epiphysis and your diaphysis. And this is where growth takes place. You understand this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your diaphysis is the shaft in the middle, and this is composed of compact bones. Consists of compact bones, and in
Mm-hmm.
the middle of this, you would find your medullary cavity. And in your medullary cavity is where you would find yellow bone marrow.
Mm-hmm.
So we understand all of that so far?
Yeah. So you have the epiphysis, your diaphysis, your metaphysis, your medullary cavity, and yellow bone marrow, which is great.
Okay, so we understand everything that we go through so far.
Yes. Yes.
So if it is like give you a small quiz, you will be able to answer it.
I should be able to answer it.
Okay, so you have anything you could write it down, or you want to do it verbally?
Yeah, do it verbally. Kind have no thing right
Okay, so you have to share this now. So we have it's just two questions, and we should be good, right? So, what are the different types of bone in the body?
now. Classic. Um, we classification. All right, so spongy
Yeah.
and compact bones.
Well, it's for six
Yeah.
marks now. You cannot just tell me spongy and compact. Tell me something about sponge bones. Tell me something about compact bones.
Uh, um, so the spongy bones, they are to the top of the bone. That is where we could locate them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it has the epiphysis inside of that area, right? Um, yeah, that's so far.
What are you giving me for
Come,
six marks?
no, well, I go into the compact bone now,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the compact bone, it's it's dense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, how to say rigorous? Well, how it is, it's how the bone is.
Mm-hmm.
It's quite rigorous, so I would say rough, right? Um, you would find in that area you'll find your bone marrow, well, your yellow bone marrow, and your medullary cavity,
Medullary.
medullus cavity, right? Um, so yeah, that is it for the types of bones.
Okay. And the last.
Um, this is the 5 ways you classify bones and bones by shape. So, so we have the long bone.
Mm-hmm.
So the long bones, they are called long bones because they're width, they are same the width and length because of the width and length, right? And they're not the same size as the other bones for me, right? Um, sh- right, short bones. So with movement, help with movement. You can find these in your wrist and your ankles. So the like your tarsals and your metatarsals. These will be considered short bones. Um, long, short, irregular. So the irregular bones would be, you can find this in your vertebra, right? Your pelvis is also a irregular bone. Um, help it some sort of protection, right? Short, irregular, flat. Flat bones, well, its main purpose is protection. So your sternum, um, and your, what's the next one for that? And your cranium, right? So that is where you find short bones, flat bones, my bad. And then you have, well, we have one sesamoid bone to be in the patella. This will help with movement around, yeah. So yeah.
Okay, so it seems that you have a good understanding about this sport today. So that's all we will be doing
Mm-hmm.